What is up, you guys? Talk2 here, and welcome to a new segment on my channel. This is the first episode for Duel Links Discussions. That's what I'm going to call it. It flows super well, and it's so I can make a cool playlist for you guys, so you can look at all of them going back, and they won't reference each other, depending on what I talk about. They can be about anything regarding the Forbidden Limited lists, new set reviews, specific card talks, although I might do a separate segment from that. I'm going to be eventually doing loss in tempo, gain in tempo, one-for-ones, why they're so strong Duel Links, talk about that kind of stuff, competitive aspects of the game. And what I want to start off the first episode today is with KC Cup about 3 months ago, maybe 2 months ago. A lot of people thought that Konami would have used that to determine a forbidden list, to start off some form of forbidden list, because they have all this data of what decks are being played, and they actually have an actual ladder system rather than just being King of Games or Platinum, where they can determine, hey, what's this rank 1 person, rank 1 through 5 or rank 1 through 10? What decks are they using? Are they all the same, and what similarities are there in there? Which were 3 mirror worlds, but what similarities are there that made these decks so good, and why these people are topping so much and doing so well in this event, KC Cup. But Konami never actually did anything with a Forbidden or Limited list. What I want to make this Duel Links discussion about today is the first card that Konami could possibly put on the Forbidden or Limited list, and people were, for KC Cup, they had originally thought, oh, Mirror Wall. And Mirror Wall isn't even that good. I mean, it definitely is a good card, but because of Harpy Ladies and Harpy's Hunting Ground being a thing, as well as we're now getting cards like Wild Tornado, Storm is a great way to deal with Smart Trap cards, Order to Smash, Straight Flush, all really cool mass Spell and Trap Destruction cards that can be used on face down mirror walls. The card I want to talk about today that Konami can possibly bring down to 1, or even possibly forbid or ban for competitive ranked play is Enemy Controller. After KC Cup came and went, and people received their rewards, like, because of how hard it is to grind for points, and you just don't have enough keys, and it's hard to get super rares from level 40 duelists, everybody mostly suggest everybody who got like top 10,000 or top 20,000 who got super rare probably chose Enemy Controller if they were in any aspect competitive, because Enemy Controller was such a good card. People were saying Suicune was the replacement because Enemy Controller is just so much better, but it's so hard to get. While Suicune was also hard to get, Enemy Controller is just 10 times better than Suicune though. Unless you're playing a deck like Relinquish, in which you play like 3 Enemy Controller and 1 Suicune to work with Relinquish and banish her from the graveyard to summon Relinquish. So why is Enemy Controller worthy of being limited? I think it should be limited. It could also be banned. So why should it be limited? In the regular Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG, how Konami usually dealt with these cards was if there was a card that was super powerful, that was generic, that was run in every deck, they could hit it. Now, we had cards like Bottomless Trap Hole, these reactionary cards, Solemn Warning, Solemn Judgment, and all that, which Konami never really hit. They eventually banned Solemn Judgment for when I played, and they limited Solemn Warning. But that was because, first off, they were playing every deck, but cards like Torrential, Bottomless, Dark Hole, those things never saw bans, because while they are in every deck, they are not necessary, and they're not strong enough. They're just placeholders, where you need these reactionary cards to deal with the field, you need these cards to deal with ward presence that your opponent has, and they need to be in your deck. But they weren't so strong that everybody put it in their deck because of that. They just needed a card that could deal with these situations. They were more reactionary rather than, being used for offensive to completely take over a game. In Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, a card like Enemy Controller is played in every deck. If you own 3 Enemy Controllers, you're most likely playing 3 Enemy Controllers, unless you're playing Relinquish, or I'm playing Venus Turbo, in which I'm playing Skyscorch on Rise. If I had 2 Econs, I'll short it to Econ. If I had 2 Econs, I'd play 2. And I play 1 Suicune to deal with Skyscorch Enries to be a fiend fodder to remove from the graveyard, as well as a card like Possessed Dark Soul. But let's say I wasn't running a deck like that, I'd probably play 3 Enemy Controllers. What does Enemy Controller do that a card like Mirror Wall doesn't. And enemy control completely destroys your opponent in the aspect of tempo. Now, tempo is going to be something I talk about in another video, but basically it's when, your opponent is halted from making their plays. And because of the lack of main phase 2, which is a video I really want to rant about, is what Konami can really bring into the game of Duel Links, after you activate enemy control during battle phase, your opponent really can't do anything for the rest of the turn, because main phase 2 does not exist. Now, Mirror Wall does the same thing in that regard, except that they will most likely lose their monster as well unless they're attacking a defense position monster. But where enemy control shines is during your turn. You have the ability, you have that versatility aspect where Mirror Wall does not. And while Mirror Wall is a really strong card, as well as a card like Soul Exchange, or in certain different scenarios, a card like enemy control is just so much more versatile and so much more, I should say, overpowered for this meta. Because plays are often linear and monotonous gaming for Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. So you can use it during your opponent's turn when attacking to stop an attack. Switch it to defense mode for the next turn. You can take their monster. You can treat a monster if your opponent's targeting it for order to charge, and they lose their target, so they waste that spell card for that 2-for-1. If your opponent's activating their own enemy control, you can chain your own and work with that. And during your turn, you can take their monster. You have the ability to do that. If I'm playing Venus and I summon 2 Shine Balls, I destroy their one monster, treat my enemy, use enemy controller, treat my Shine Ball, take their other monster, and now they have nothing on the field. Unless they have their enemy controllers or Windstorms of Edequa, they just can't do anything. And they just lost. They basically just lost the game, and that one single card, enemy controller, just took over the game, whereas another card would not have done that. While Soul Exchange, I think, is a pretty good card in a deck like Gravekeepers or a deck like Bluff Trap. It just isn't broken enough to warrant itself being limited. And it also doesn't have the versatility that a card like Enemy Controller has. So, you're on the defense of those 3 cards, and Enemy Controller definitely sticks out. It can definitely see itself at 1. I think it should be. It's a staple card, I should say, and most people who did KC Cup got their 1 card, and Konami, they should sell it for that. Or, Konami could flat out ban it, because it's super versatile and it's super good. Let me know what you guys think about Enemy Controller possibly being limited. Obviously, I don't have inside information, it's just my thoughts. If you guys have any information you want to add, throw some comments down below. Follow my Twitch stream, twitch.tv/rootwat2, and hit that follow and like button on the YouTube, subscribe. As well as, if you look at my next video, it's either going to be on the new set, Titans of the Land, which is really cool, with the yellow baboon, green baboon, and all of that. So yeah, let me know. Have yourselves a great night. Rootwat2 out.